I'd like to call this meeting of the Town of Cicero Park Board to order at 5 o'clock. Will the secretary please do the roll call?
Dan Strong. Present. Mary Devlin.
Present.
Clayton Bell present. Amy Wolf.
Present.
And Susan Sparks is absent.
We do have a quorum present. Others present are Jim Hunter, Park Superintendent, Dennis Johnson, the council member, Parks Liaison, and it's not Sarah Millis. I'm drawing a blank.
Sierra Fisher.
Sierra Fisher, yes. Okay, let's move on to the agenda. Are there any corrections to the agenda? I have none. Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
I so move.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The motion is passed and the agenda stands approved. Now we'll look at December's minutes. Are there any corrections to the minutes?
I have none.
I have none.
In that case, I'd like to make a motion to approve our prior minutes.
We have a second?
I'll second that.
The motion is passed and the minutes stand approved. Now we'll move on to old business.
Okay, under the gas tank update, they've been working on that pretty consistently the last couple of weeks. The new tank is in, and they are working to get the plumbing finished and finalized. We got quite a mess out there right now, but I'm optimistic that in the next 2 weeks or so, they'll be completely done and out of there, and we can get started trying to refurbish and rehab the grass and things that they had to, that they messed up as part of the project. But we've been able to keep everything open and parking lots open, but there's quite a mess, and so hopefully it's short-lived and we'll be past that very shortly. The tank, when they did take it out, was very fortunate. As far as we know right now, the ground around it was extremely clean and no contamination, no sign of any leakage or previous problems. So we're still waiting on the lab test to come back to send our reports to IDEM, but we feel very confident that we did not have any problems and we won't have any future problems there. That's all for that.
Okay. Grant opportunities with Amy Shanklin.
Not a lot to say about that at this point. We did apply for the 2 arts grants. I think we were just talking about it last month. The Friends of the Park did apply for the 1 grant to do the rain barrels, and the Parks Department applied for the 1 to do the 2 barrels. So hopefully we'll hear something back on those later in January, and I'll send you all an email or call you and let you know what we find out. Pretty optimistic that we're going to be just fine with those, and I'll have good news to report later this month.
Great.
A question.
Yes.
Did the town approve hiring her?
We did not, they have not yet, but that is, we had a lot of discussion about it at our staff meeting last month, but we had more questions and more things to figure out, timelines. But I hope that is on our agenda for next Thursday night's meeting to talk about it again. But I'm still communicating with her quite a bit on a regular basis. In fact, today she looked at another grant for us, so hopefully next Thursday we'll have some things finalized.
Very good. Any other discussion on the grant opportunities?
No.
Let's move to the tree cutting at Red Bridge.
That project has still not happened. That we really need to get that tree taken down, but we're kind of waiting on the right weather. We missed a little opportunity of cold weather when the ground firmed up and was frozen, but he just couldn't get here. So we're hoping that here soon we'll get another cold snap and he can come back in and get that down. I did encumber the money, the $2,400, to have that tree cut down. I had that money encumbered from 2025, so we put that money aside and that will pay for it out of last year's budget. That will not affect my budget this year.
drainage project at Red Bridge.
That's another project out there that's contributing to the big mess, but the boring of the drainage line that we drilled from the lake up to the northwest corner of the building, that's been bored in under the parking lot. It went fine. We anticipate between the park staff and the street department staff setting the concrete structure next week, if weather permitting, and continue to move on that project. But it's, the difficult part is done, and it's in the way and went well, and hopefully have another update next month.
And that was because of the flooding that we had earlier.
Yes.
Library property discussion.
Dan, would you like to touch on that for a moment?
I certainly can. I think it was a very positive meeting that we had with the library board. And I think they're very open to the idea of the town acquiring that area and knowing that it would benefit both parties. From the standpoint, it'd be a huge benefit to the town to be able to hold more events, as well as with the Friends of the Park. Also knowing that would help them with some of their expenses, trying to maintain the property. And then also, I think they look at it as a positive as of drawing crowds to that particular area, that then people would be more apt to utilize the library also. So I think it seemed to be a win-win. And there's further discussion that needs to take place of what that all might look like. But I think it was a very positive meeting. And then from there, I'll get Superintendent Hunter's comments. So
I think it was a good meeting. I think we've still got some things we need to find out from the attorneys, and some little things to iron out, but I think it was a very productive meeting, and I hope to, within the next month or so, get further into the project and keep it moving.
Good.
but it was very encouraging.
Great.
So.
Dennis, since you were at that meeting, do you have anything you want to add to that, or?
I was ecstatic, because I had a sense it could go a different way, but it didn't. And like both of you have said, I think they see the potential of how the park department can improve that property, put it to the use of both the library and the town. And so I think it's a great agreement that we've initiated here that just needs to be finished. So hopefully that will be done.
Very good. Any other discussion?
I'm all for it.
Me too.
Good.
Great. Let's move on to new business, election of officers, president, vice president, and secretary. Not sure how we move this forward. Do we ask for nominations?
So you can open nominations, or you can ask for a motion to open nominations. It's been done both ways, so you can open the nominations if you would like for president,
Okay.
and then allow the board to make nominations.
Okay.
Real quick for clarification, so maybe we can, and I'm happy to make a motion to flip the two, to go over the amendments on why we are adding the vice president, and is the secretary still a remaining position?
No, we would
It's
not
not.
need the secretary, I don't believe.
The way it read, I just wanted that
Yeah,
clarification.
and that's probably a valid point. We might want to switch those two if the board would feel that's appropriate, just so everybody understands what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Do we need a motion since they're both under new business, or can the president just move to be? They're
Let's
both
do-
under both new, I can
let's-
make a motion if it's safer.
Let's do that to be, that we are moving those two. So,
But
I
not-
would like to make a motion under new business to address item B, amendment of the bylaws to reflect the town ordinance first, and move the election of officers second.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The motion has passed.
now would you like to?
So would you like me to address that,
Go right ahead.
Superintendent Hunter? So in reviewing our bylaws and looking at the town ordinance, so we discovered, Superintendent Hunter and I were talking about it and discovered that we had a little bit of a conflict. So in our bylaws, it spells out that we should have a president and a secretary. But in actually looking at the town ordinance, when that was all put together, it spells out in the town ordinance that we have a president and a vice president and not necessarily a secretary. So in thinking the process through, it seemed to be simpler that we just modify our bylaws, because that would be a lot simpler process than going back to the town council and asking them to rewrite their ordinance and everything. So with that being said, you know, I think that the easy way to do this, and we can certainly clarify with Mr. Cole, but I think the easy way to do this, we modify our bylaws to reflect that we would have a president and a vice president per town ordinance.
And then I could prepare that amendment to the bylaws and you could sign it at the next meeting.
So I would like to make a motion that we amend our bylaws to match our town ordinance. And I can give you the town ordinance number if you want. That's part of it. So it would be the town ordinance 04-16-2024-02.
Do we have a second?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion is passed.
Okay.
So now we'll move on to the election of officers.
Yes, ma'am.
Do we, I forget what I'm supposed to say.
So I'll make a motion to open nominations for president.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
And with that, I would like to nominate Mr. Clayton Bell as our president for 2026.
Okay. Do I need to do a second on that, or that's not a motion, is it?
No.
Okay. I would like to nominate Mary Sue Devlin as vice president.
And you want to do those separate, or?
Oh, okay.
Since I only opened it up for the president, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's okay. Are there any other nominations for president?
Seeing none, I would make a motion to close the nominations for president.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
So,
So then do we take a vote?
well, yes,
Okay.
all in favor.
All in favor of Clayton Bell being our president for 2026, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes?
And with that being said, then I would open the nominations for vice president.
I
Need a
would
second?
like to nominate Mary Sue Devlin.
Yes. Need a second.
Oh, second?
Second.
Thank you.
All those in favor?
Okay.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. I would like to nominate Mary Sue Devlin as vice president.
Okay.
Any other nominations?
Now you have to vote.
Okay.
Now you have to vote.
Seeing none, I would make a motion to close the nominations for vice president.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Done.
All those in favor of Mary Sue Devlin being vice president, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to both of you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So typically, Mr. Bell, you would assume the new seat.
To finish out the entire meeting.
Should we physically switch seats or just have him?
You can do whichever
Okay.
one you want.
Perfect, even easier. Moving on, we will move on to miscellaneous. There's nothing on the agenda. Does anybody have anything they would like to add tonight?
I did just pass out a 2026 upcoming events for Cicero Friends of the Park. Just wanted the board to be aware of all of our many activities coming up. The next one coming up is bingo on February 12th at Red Ridge.
Well, I think it's great that Friends of the Park has everything, all their events for the year and already scheduled, and everybody can see those and be prepared for them. That's awesome.
Yeah. We'd love to have you guys attend as our special guests.
Thank you.
So I would add also that we are preparing already for the farmer's market this year,
Yes.
which will start in May, the first Saturday in May. And we're working diligently to get that ready and going and try to get more vendors than we've had in the past and working on ways to do that. So looking forward to the first weekend in May.
I should have added that to here. But, yeah.
So
We're
with
trying
that-
to
Go ahead.
plan special events too, to draw people and draw families and kids and, yeah, more marketing, just trying to refine it a little bit better, bring in more people.
Oh, that's great. And
Yeah.
it seemed to be well received last year, and as we know from, I've seen in other festivals, it takes a while for it to grow, it seems like. So with that being said, something for us to review, and I apologize, I had given it more thought, but I know last year we allowed the alcohol within the parks, and I can't remember we did that for one season or we made that a permanent thing, but if you'd review that so we can make sure that if it was just done for one season, that we cover that moving forward. Because I didn't hear any negatives on it that would lead me to believe that we might not want to continue that, so, but that would be entirely up for discussion.
I don't know, and I will definitely review it and get a hold of you and let everybody know, but I don't think we did it for the yearly event, only because we allow alcohol in the building for other events year round, if a person has a wedding or a reception or other type of event. So I don't know that we had any kind of parameters on it being a one-year opportunity.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if we did anything with the farmer's market and community park. That's the only reason I was asking, so.
Oh.
No, it was strictly just the farmer's market that I was mentioning. I'm sorry, I apologize, I wasn't clear.
I wasn't tracking. I was thinking about the bourbon thing already, so.
No, it was outside of that. I remember we had a brief discussion about it, and I don't know where we landed on it, and I just didn't want it to fall through the cracks if we needed to do something this year prior to the market, so,
I'll check.
okay, thank you.
I know we have alcohol at the street festival, or the summer festival, it's now called.
Right.
Very good. Anything else to add under miscellaneous from anybody else? With that being said, our next meeting is February 5th, 2026, 5 o'clock here at Town Hall. And with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I so move.
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Very good. We are adjourned.
Thank you.
Okay.